All right, we are recording. So, welcome to this new coach call, and welcome to Team Life on Fire. We're super pumped. So, just to give you a really quick background, we used to have a different team. It was lots of 12, and there was lots of us, and it really served us for a long time. It served us for a long time, and we were able to do a lot of things. And then our energy shifted a little bit, and our purpose shifted a little bit, and we really wanted this to be helping people really have that life on fire. So having that balance between work and personal life and family life, and just living up to our fullest potential. And so our vision changed of what we want coaching to be. And we really, coaches run at different paces. And we just want you to know that we are running to make this a full-time opportunity. So that's what Angela and I have done. That was our vision for this, was we are running right now, and we want you to run with us. And you do not have to run at the same pace. And so it can look like however you want. So Karina, just so you know, I muted you just to stop the background noise that was going on. But you can unmute yourself at any time or comment in the comments, and I'll unmute you too. So just a heads up that I can't hear you if you're talking to me. So, okay, so welcome to Team Life on Fire, and I'm super pumped. And like I said, we are running. We are full speed, Angela and I, and the other coaches that are in here, and we will match your pace. Do not feel like you need to run as fast. Do not feel like you need to run as slow. This business is your business. You decide. So let's talk about what a new coach can do as you are coming into this, and foreign, and I know that it's going to be a little overwhelming, and I realize that there are different groups and trainings and all these things happening, and so I want to quiet the noise for a minute and talk specifically about what really needs to happen right now in your day-to-day. So quiet the noise for a second, and when you link into your coaching time, and most of us are moms, so we know that that's a juggling act, and it is summer right now, so that's also a juggling act. But when you put that hat on of, okay, I'm going to get down and get to business here, then this is what I want you to do. So in our Team Life on Fire, in the files, you will find a document that Angel uploaded, and it's called Daily Business Must-Dos. So it is basically a very simple to read daily, this is what you need to do every single day, and it's broken down from Monday through Saturday, so that you can be like, okay, Monday, this is what I need to do on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. You can tweak this because this is your business. This is just what we have done, and this is just to give you a clear guideline as to how to run your day and that pocket of time that you find to coach. And then we have what we call a tracker, a business tracker. Please don't come in here. And this business tracker is a place where you can keep track of how many people you're talking to, how many combos you're having, how many invites you've had, and how many of that kind of thing. Do you need something? Brady, do you need something? Stop. You can't have my phone. I'm using
Just
it.
in here, do you want?
Can you leave? Sorry, this is also being at home. I said no. Get out. No. I'm using my phone. Get out. Excuse me. I'm on a call, honey. I've asked you not to come in here, so now you're grounded. Okay. Had to put on mean mom pants. Sorry. Okay, so that happens. I cannot wait for school to start, and I can have these calls when they're all in school. My toddler actually is pretty fine coming in here. It's my older ones that think that they can get away with everything when I'm on here. Okay, that's just real life. So we have an activity tracker, and this will help you track the numbers. So our daily to-dos and our tracker. It's okay, you'll get used to this idea, and you'll see us posting in here with ours. So if you pull up your to-dos, I just want to walk you through them really quickly. And I have mine pulled up. If you can't pull it up right now, that's okay, but pull it up when you can. It would be really helpful if you could pull it up right now while you're listening to this, but if you can't, at least just write down as we go. So for example, actually every single day starts with planning out your day. So it is, and this list will help you do that, but figuring out what it is that needs to get done that day and writing it down, actually physically writing down your to-dos, okay? So, and your goals for that day, what your goals are for that day. And this just helps you start the day with intention. Okay, so you are going to, number one, use the product. You're going to exercise. You're going to work out. You're going to drink your Shakeology. You're going to, if you're using the performance line, use the performance line. You are going to show up for your own self, your physical self, okay? And then you're going to post about it. So in some way, you don't even have to say Beachbody if you don't want to. It is just a, some way of sharing that on social media that you got that done, okay? And that is because you are now a storefront to your business. This is very much, they want to see that you're practicing what you preach, okay? So you are going to post about that. And it does not need to be thought out. It does not have to be fancy or beautiful. It can be literally a sweaty selfie or some workout move that you did or something that you're just letting people know, hey, I showed up today, okay? Then you're going to do any other kind of post, okay? Now, in the daily must-dos, Angel broke it down, so some days they could look differently what your posting is going to be. Honestly, you guys, just add value. That's kind of what I look at when I'm ready to post. If I want to post about, like my regular life, I do that too. Because, right, people want to know what you're doing. They follow you. They're friends with you because they want to see your cute kids. They want to see what you're doing, on your date night. They want to be part of your life, okay? That's why we're already on Facebook and Instagram, okay? But now, okay, you want to give those people a reason to keep following you. And as you're adding to your network, you want to give them a reason to look at your page. So you want to add some sort of value, something that adds value. So whether that is something that you've learned, whether that's like a recipe that you tried, whether that's a recommendation for something that has nothing to do with this business, whether that is, any kind of did you know, basically something that has helped your life, share that on there. Okay. And that's a plethora of stuff. And it's basically opening yourself up to, what is interesting to you. Okay. So what is interesting to you? What would add value to you? And then add value to other people. Okay. So then let's talk about, then it shifts into our conversations and our invites. So as you're starting this business and you're brand new, I want you to, and I know Karina's already done this, I want you to write a list of 100 people. And actually, it doesn't even matter if you're not new or not. Write a list. Have an ongoing list of all times. As many names as you can. But if you're brand new, 100 people. Don't discount people, okay? Don't think they would never be interested in this. You write your list of 100 people, okay? And those are your brand new people that you're going to start having conversations with and you're going to invite. They're not brand new as far as you just met them. I just mean they're brand new on your list, okay? So as you go through that list, you are going to do one of two things. If you are already really close with them, which probably if you're a new coach, you are pretty close with all 100 of them, okay? And you're like, 100 people? How am I going to have 100 people? I'm talking about everybody who you interact with, with your kids and your family and your friends and their friends and your friends. Anyway, you can get there, okay? So that's your first challenge, by the way. Those are the people that you're going to start inviting, okay? And if you can just start with, hey, I'm doing this. Do you want to do it with me? So let's talk about what invites look like for a new coach, because I'm sure that you see some of our invites on social media and you wonder, okay, well, you've been doing this for a while. People already know that's what you're doing. How do you make your come out post? Okay. So there's so many different ways to do this, but basically you want to let people know both on your social media and privately that you are now doing something. You are now going to be helping people be healthy and fit. Okay. So you can have some sort of come out post where you're like, I am so stinking excited because now I get to help people in their homes get fit. Okay. Or you can say something like, I'm so excited. I'm starting this new adventure. I'm going to be working on myself every day, and I would love to bring in 10 friends to do this with me. It is whatever you want, basically. But basically, it's somewhere saying with enthusiasm and excitement, because you guys, this is exciting, okay, that this is what you're up to. This is what you're going to be doing and embarking on. And then privately, you are going to be backing that up with these private conversations. And so in these private conversations, it is, oh my gosh, I am going to be in this next boot camp and I'm so excited and I get to invite 10 friends. So for those of you who are like, boot camp, what's going on here? So we do challenge groups. I call mine boot camps right now. And it is a place where Beachbody has given us a private app, a tracker, if you will, for our workouts and our nutrition. And it's a place as a coach that you get to post in every day and you get to that contact. It's basically just a little private app where you get to interact with your customers. So I always have one that's coming up, and Jill always has one that's coming up. Whoever your sponsor coach is has one coming up. And if they don't, reach out to the team and ask who does. Okay. So for example, I have one that's starting a week from today. So like Karina, you're going to be in there. You're included in that. You're going to get my email today that talks about it. And that also means that you can invite to that. So you can say, I'm so excited to start this boot camp on Monday. I can invite 10 friends to do it with me. Who wants in? We're going to keep each other accountable. We're going to work on our habits. We're going to work on our mindset, and we're going to kick some butt. And that is just a great way to invite people. So I send someone a message that sounds something like, hey, I love your energy. I'm putting together my next boot camp. I would love you to be part of it. Is that something you might be interested in? And then see what they say. Okay. Now don't panic when someone says, well, sure. Give me more information. Don't panic. Don't be like, I don't know what to say now. What do I say? Oh my gosh. Okay. You just say, this is also what you can post on the team, or you can message, your sponsor coach. What do I say next? Because this takes practice. This is the part that takes practice. This is where you can give them the details, but you want to keep it super short and super simple. You can say something like, hey, I would love to be, or no, you can say like, oh, awesome. That's terrific. I would love to know what your goals are right now. What are you working on? Where's your fitness at? And this is going to be through home programs with Beachbody. Are you familiar? I always ask people if they're familiar with Beachbody. Chances are they are. They might have even used a program in the past. And if they're not familiar with Beachbody, then I'm like, oh, cool. It's an at-home workout. We match the program to what you can do or what your goals are. Sorry, I'm like kind of spacey for all of this sudden. I get distracted. And it is basically just walking them through. So what I'm going to do in the comments when I post this recording, in the comments, I'm going to show you some of my inviting scripts. I'm going to show you what I say, specifically what I say to somebody when I'm inviting them, and what I say once they respond to me. Also, you might get a lot of no's, and that's totally normal. First of all, people are skeptical. They're like, I don't know, what is this whole thing? I'm not familiar. But here's the thing. You just planted a seed with them. You just got them thinking, what is all that about? And sometimes they say no, like, no, I don't want to do home fitness. But you planted the seed. I wonder if I could work out at home. I wonder if I could do that. I wonder if this person's going to still be doing that next month, doing another one. Maybe I would jump in then. So a no is just a not right now, okay? And I feel like no's they're not personal. They're not saying, no, I don't like you. They're saying, no, I'm not interested in what you're inviting me to. And so you're like, cool, moving on. Or cool, still be friends with them. And the follow-up later on, so many of my customers have come from lots of conversations that happened 6 months in the past, okay? So just know that we have to grow a little bit of thick skin, and that sometimes people are going to tell us no, and that's okay. So I will include my inviting scripts. I will encourage other coaches in our team to include some of their conversations so that you can just kind of see the flow. But really, you want to make it your voice. So I'm totally fine if you copy and paste my invitation and what I say, but try to change it and tweak it a little bit so that it sounds from you. Because they're going to be able to tell if you're just copy and pasting invites. And that's super cheesy and not okay. I do copy and paste. I won't lie about that, but I do tailor it to that person. So I look at what's going on in their life. I'll say something like, your kids are so darling. I cannot believe how old they are right now. By the way, this is so random, but I'm putting together my next boot camp, etc. Okay? So I'll include those so that you can look and see how those are. And right now you're thinking, well, I only have so many friends to invite, and that's why one of the to-dos that we do is expand our network. So now it comes into where it is kind of that network marketing. You're going to find new friends, and that's fun, you guys. That's fun. We're not desperate. We're not desperately trying to find people to follow us. We get to choose, who we invite to follow us. So on Facebook, it's super simple. You can go in and look at your friends, the friends that you already have, and you can click on one of them, and then you can say, you click on their friend list, and it will say people you may know. Okay, and you click on the people you may know, and you will see a list of their friends that you have mutual friends with. You just add. You want to try to add, I don't have a specific number. I would say try to add 10 new people a day, and if not more. And that's okay. On Instagram, it's a little bit different. There's hashtags, there's like whole Instagram things that you can do. But basically, and we can cover that in another time, but you basically want to be adding to your network. So now's the time to friend all your friends from high school, to friend all the moms that go to the same soccer camp as your kids, whatever it is, okay? And there's so many different ways. So if you're struggling on how to add people to your network without being spammish, then just reach out. But what I do on Instagram is I will either find someone that I like to follow or information that I like to follow that I like a lot, and I look at the people who are commenting on those posts and look at it, and I will request to follow them. And then they can see that I requested to follow them, and they'll be like, well, do I want to follow her back or not? I don't know. And that's why what you're posting on your page is important. That's why I don't want you to get hung up on this, but this is why adding value, remember that was one of our to-dos, creating that post, matters. So that when people come to you, they can see like, oh, well, she's cool. She posts recipes every once in a while and whatever. Okay, you don't have to post recipes. I'm just saying something that you think adds value. So we're expanding our network. Okay, personal development is also on there. You guys, this is vital to the survival of your business because this business is mental, okay? You have to show up for yourself, right? Our fitness. You have to show up with yourself with your business. So you have to have the drive, the energy, the motivation to do this day in and day out. There is a lot of joy, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement, and you will love this job, but there are going to be days where you're not going to want to show up to it. There are going to be days when you are frustrated with people telling you no. There are going to be days when you're frustrated with this or that. This is where that's a great question, Karina. Hang on, and I will answer that. This is where you need to be exercising your brain every day. And right now you're like, I'm not drinking that Kool-Aid. I don't need it. I promise that you do. Okay. So I will also upload in the files of this team page. I'm going to write this down so you remember. I'm going to upload in the files a list of personal development books. I highly recommend as a brand new coach reading The Compound Effect because it really is the small and simple things every day that add up. So that would be a great place to start is The Compound Effect. There's also a ton of podcasts that you could listen to. I love the Life School Coach, Brooke Castile. She's amazing. And it is this is the part where you will benefit personally from doing this. Just like exercise benefits so much more than your business. It changes your life, changes your energy. That's what this will do too. So this has helped me through really crazy marriage issues. This has helped me with my kids and all the fun and joy that comes from having preteen and teens. And it just helps you, okay? It helps you develop as a leader in your home and your business. So Karina just asked, what would you suggest, Instagram or Facebook or both? So I personally think that right now, wherever you are most comfortable is where you should show up every day. I think it's important to dabble in both. So normally they say to pick one social media and call it good. But the truth of it is that you can because Facebook and Instagram are so tightly married, I guess you could say, that you can post on Instagram and it automatically posts to Facebook, or you can story on Instagram and it'll automatically story on Facebook. So you can kind of dual purpose there. But if you are not on Instagram right now and you're a brand new coach, don't stress it. Instagram can wait a few months. Go ahead and start adding to your network on Facebook. Start posting on Facebook. If you're primarily on Instagram and not on Facebook, who cares? Primarily work on Instagram and maybe flick the little setting that says also post to my personal page and let it just go ahead and move over to Facebook too. So don't feel like either way. I will also say that if you are using Facebook, it seems really tempting and like a good idea to start a like page. I don't recommend doing that right now. And if you start one, that's fine, but there's so much training that needs to go into a like page, and not Beachbody training. I mean like Facebook training, and in order to make it successful. It used to be a lot easier to have like pages, and it used to be much more organic, but now Facebook is like, if you have a like page, it's a business page. You can be, I know Angel uses her like page and is very successful over there, but it took her a lot of work and time to get it to where it is. So as a brand new coach, I don't recommend doing that right now. I recommend just concentrating with your personal page and or Instagram. Hopefully that sounds good. So if you haven't used your Instagram in years, Karina, that's fine. Eventually you might want to brush it off or start a new one. But for right now, just worry about Facebook. That's totally fine. I reserve the right to change my mind on that. But as of right now, that's fine. I have noticed a trend. A lot of people like Instagram better, because Facebook is kind of bogged down a lot with political things and kind of more like sad or scary stories that get shared, whereas Instagram is much more inspirational, playful, fun. That is definitely why I ended up shifting over primarily there. However, I definitely still show up on Facebook, and I know a lot of people that successfully build their business still on Facebook. So as you're getting used to posting, as you're getting used to adding to your network, as you're getting used to adding value, this is a great playground for you, would be Facebook. So, and as far as your to-dos, the only other thing that's on there is affirmations. So before you really roll your eyes and freak out, I want you to envision why you're here, what you're working towards. Like, what is it that you personally can gain from this? And what kind of person do you need to be in order to reach your goals? So if I have big goals for this business, I need to think about what kind of person am I needing to be to get to that. And then every day I go ahead and I write down, or I say to myself, or I do it in meditation or in prayer, I give my affirmations. I am like, you are strong, you are capable, you're forgiving, you are able to do this. You are aware of, the needs of your children. You are aware of the people who need to hear your message on social media. And you just it's just shifting your thoughts over. Okay, so that order is all over the place. You can put your order in any way you want, but if you look at the document, the daily business must-dos, you will see on Monday all of those things. So if you print that out and you're checking this off, or you go ahead and write it every day because you plan your day, right? So you can put that in the order of importance and whatnot. I would say that the most important things that you can do every single day as a coach is, wherever you are in your program, you do that workout that day, you drink your Shakeology that day, you listen or read something. It could be for 5 minutes. that is personal development, that would develops you, and you invite. Okay, so inviting is crucial to this business. And if you're inviting 50 people and only 2 are saying yes, well then do the math, how many people you really need to be inviting. And that's also why we use that 100 list at the beginning, because those are people who already know, like, and trust you. These are people that you already know. It takes a while to develop relationships. And so that 100 list is the perfect place to start inviting. So you could take 5 of those people a day, 10 of those people a day, and invite them. And if you are inviting to the business, I didn't talk about that versus inviting to a challenge group. Primarily, people are more, the coaches that come on, they coach because they already have belief in the product. So it is crucial that you have new clients, new customers coming in every month into these boot camps, into these challenge groups, because once they see the benefits of this home fitness thing, and once they feel the benefits of Shakeology, they will fall in love. Okay. And once they have goals, then there you go. Okay. So, and then a lot of times it's very easy to be like, dude, you should be a coach. You're already like totally inspiring this boot camp, this group. You should be a coach with me. Because you guys, if you want this business to become an income growing business, you need to build a team. Okay. So your first goal in this business is to become Emerald. That's 2 coaches. Okay. You just need 2 coaches to become an Emerald. And this could be a sister. Mine was my husband, actually. I'm like, dude, you're going to do this because I want to get to Emerald. And there is strategy actually in there for making money too. So when you have 2 coaches to sign up, like, reach out to me or your upline, because there is strategy for getting a spouse in there too. But don't worry so much about that right now. It's about inviting. So if I was inviting someone to the business and I'm brand new, so I don't actually have anything to show yet, I am like, dude, I cannot wait. I'm going to do this. And I think you should be my business partner. I think we should do this together and build this together. You don't have to be fit. You don't have to know anything. You just have to want to work on yourself and help other people. And so when you have that, drive and that energy, people are like, okay, well, maybe, what is it all about? Okay. And this is where it can get people get nervous. Like, well, I don't know what to say next about a new coach. So both Angel and I, so whoever your upline is, we both host What is Coaching sneak peeks. And chances are, and if there's another coach that invited you into this and you joined with, they're also running those. I know Stacy's running hers. And so there is a place for you to invite people interested in maybe learning more about what the coaching business is. And a lot of times people are like, well, I don't know if I want to do that. Then it's like, instead of being like, okay, I don't know what else to tell you. You can be like, well, would you be willing to be in this group and just listen in? They'll cover everything you need to know. And it's just, then you can make up your mind. And people are much more easygoing about that. So they will join in. So look for that. So I have one that's starting a week from today. So if you have people in mind, and you can look at that hundreds list again, and now you have 2 different kinds of invites. You invite to a challenge group, or you could think, I don't know, this person would be so great to do this with me, invite them in. You guys, one of the biggest misconceptions is that you have to be a fitness expert to do this business, and you don't. Okay. Like, yes, now I can do a lot of things unmodified, but when I started coaching, I would still have a long way to go on my fit journey. So, Karina, so I'd like to get going. Would my goal wanting to be 800 a week by next year be a big goal to start with? That's a great goal. That's a fantastic goal, and it's a completely doable goal. Yes. So if you want to get to the point where you are making 800, I remember when my goal was 1,000 a week. When you want that to be your goal, then you know that you need to be inviting to the coaching opportunity, because you need to build a team. And so you want to become Emerald as fast as you can, which is the 2 coaches that you bring in. And your next step, your next plan of action would be to become a Diamond. And this is where you have 8 coaches, and 2 of them are business building. So they're also trying to recruit. So sometimes when you have customers that want to come in on a boot camp, I always say, well, would you be interested in the discount and have a coach account? It's fine either way. I don't care, but it saves you a little bit of money if you end up using Shakeology longer, and it doesn't cost any extra. And so sometimes there are customers that come in and they're coaches, but they're really just customers. Okay, so you have those kind, and then you have the ones that you want to build the business with you, and those are awesome. So you're going to want 8 total, and 2 of them need to be ones that are like building, because they're going to need to be emeralds for you to rank advance. So it sounds complicated, and don't freak out, but just know that right now you need to be inviting to the boot camp, to a challenge of some sort, and you need to be inviting to the coaching opportunity. And this is both on social media, but also privately. And on social media, if you just start throwing up Beachbody everywhere, people are going to not want to be your friend. Okay? So if you're talking about coaching nonstop and that's the only thing you're talking about, or if you're talking about fitness nonstop and that's the only thing, people are going to be like, oh, that looks kind of spammy, I'm done. Okay? This is where it goes back to those to-dos, because in there is adding value. So posts that have nothing to do with Beachbody, but you also have the Beachbody in there. So that just takes time and practice. Okay? But you'll be okay. You'll be okay. So, Karina, I hope that made sense as far as rank advancing and how to kind of help get you going. And really, it is about it. That's a fantastic goal. And really, it's just about putting in the work. You guys, it will feel like for the first 6 months of this business, you're working for free. Okay, so your income will be commission, which is 25% off whatever anybody orders. Okay, but this is what it's like income-wise. Okay, as you're building a team and as you're bringing on new customers each month, and as things are happening, okay, you're going to be going like this. Okay, but then, okay, over time, as all these little things are adding up and your volume starts to grow, a momentum will hit your business. Okay, you lay the foundation right now, you build a strong foundation, and then a momentum will hit your business, and it will just go like this. So this business is not a gradual gain like this. It's kind of more like, and it takes off. So you have to, right now, so to have 800 a week by next year, that's a great goal. So also promise yourself that you are going to be here a year from now, that you're going to put in the work and be here a year from now, because 6 months from now, you may feel like you're still not going anywhere. And that's just because your labor has not come into fruition yet. But when it does, it's going to boom. So trust me on that. All right. There was one other thing. Oh, so one of your primary goals right now is, yes, Emerald. And then the second one is Success Club. Success Club is helping 3 people get started. So 3 challenge packs. Okay, now a challenge pack is what you would have bought when you became a coach or when you started your first challenge group or boot camp, and that is just what somebody needs in order to be successful and start a challenge. They do not need to be signed up as coaches. They can just be customers. But if you can help 3 people get started a month, then you're in Success Club. And we'll explain Success Club. It basically assigns 2 points a person, 2 points a challenge pack. And so they basically looked at what successful coaches were doing. And they were like, okay, successful coaches are bringing in 3 to 5 brand new customers a month. And so what they did was they were like, okay, well, we're going to put a point system to this. And so a brand new customer is with a challenge pack is 2 points. And that way you can track if your business is moving forward or not. So if you have Success Club points, that means you're bringing in new people. So you want to try to hit Success Club 5 or 10 each month. If you're a runner, you want to try to go for 10. That's helping 5 new people a month. And the only way you can do that is if you're inviting a lot of people. Okay, and it seems like not so many. 5 is not so many, but it is a lot because it's 5 people that you're helping. Okay, and you will hear a lot of no's to get those 5 yeses. That's just the name of the game, but you can do it. You can do it, and you will change those 5 people's lives. So it's totally worth it. So whereas you have a boot camp now to invite to, now it is, okay, how many people do you need to invite to have 5 people in that boot camp with you? Okay. And as you're going through that and you have questions, you post them in our team page, because we're all rooting for you to succeed. We all want this. We're all a team. Okay. Any other questions, Karina? I'm trying to think if there's, I'm sure there are things that I am missing. There, as far as getting compensated and that kind of thing, you know that there's the commission and you know that there's a volume as your rank advancing. And then they also, there's usually some sort of prize if you hit Success Club. So they're like, if you hit Success Club 5, which is helping 3 new people, we're going to send you, I think this month it's a hat. Like, we're going to send you a hat that says like Beachbody Coach on it, you know? And then every year they do a huge trip, and this rewards people for hitting Success Club every month. So if you can manage to hit the 5 to 10 every month, then there's usually this huge trip, and we'll explain how to register for that and all of that in the team page. But also, I know, last but not least is the new coach training that our upline, so Brigida Linford, who is my coach, she sponsored me. She is the creator of Team Forward Fitness, and this is like a very, very big extended family that you are now part of. And she put together a very brilliant, very good new coach university. It's in a Facebook group. It's a module. So you go into the group and you work your way through the posts. I think there's 3 weeks worth of training in there. So if you feel like you're ready for that, that's fine. This is what I'll say. Do your to-dos first, and then go into the training and see what's in there, because we tend to get really distracted on trainings instead of doing. So don't let the fear of you not being qualified stop you from starting. Just start inviting today. Like, print out the to-dos and start it today. And if you're like, I'm still not sure how to do this, then ask in the group and we will all help you, because we all do it a little differently anyway, but we can share with you what works for us. But you will want to link into that training, because it does cover things like how to send someone a link when they're ready to purchase, or how does growing a team work, or what happens if somebody, needs to make a return or whatever. So it is really, and like how to post on social media, what not to post on social media, that kind of thing. So the training is excellent and good, and you need to do it. But I just don't want you to feel like you need to do 21 days of training before you start. The best thing you can do is just start. Okay? So our goal this week, print out the to-dos. Okay? Figure out, write your 100 list, 100 people to start inviting to, and just start. Get used to the more conversations you have, the better. So I think that's it. I think we're ready to run. I'm super pumped. So, Karina, if there's nothing else, let's see, I'll take you off of mute. You have anything else that you want to ask, or you're worried about, or anything?
No, I'm excited. We start.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, let's get busy, right? It is a really fun job. Okay, it's really fun. And like I said, if you can just get over the fact that it feels kind of like you're working for free for a while, it'll be okay. And P.S., I should add this, that if you do hit Success Club 5 and you help 3 people get started, that does cover your Shakeology that month in commission. So it's like knowing that if you bring in 3 new people each month, then you know that your fee and your commission and your Shakeology is covered. So then you're not spending money either for your product. So anyway, hopefully I didn't just confuse you about it.
No, you're good.
That's it. So, all right. So, Karina, I will add you. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and end the recording. Drop any questions.